Men and women of the nation's armed forces, so much in common serving our country in the AOR. One of the things we have in common is we all use one of these. Ever wonder where it all goes? Welcome to lift station number 6. If you headed over to the BX or even the DFAC and wondered what the smell was, this is it right here. Lift station is basically where all of the sewer comes down. The way it works at Kirkuk is we have here all around us the Army side, the pods, and the chews. When those toilets flush, it's gravity fed right down into the sewer. The problem is it's so far off where we want to go that they have to put these lift stations along the way. So as the sewer goes down the line, it goes into a well where there's a pump that brings it back up towards the surface and sends it on its way. Lift station number 6 has given us a little bit of a problem today, so I decided that we'd come down. I grabbed Sergeant Carter, my chaplain assistant, and we'd see what's going on, find out if we can get a little dirty. So Sergeant Carter, why don't you tell us what we've got going on for today? Who are we going to be working with?
We have CE Utilities here today, and Tech Sergeant Gale
Great. Sergeant
is
Gale.
the NCO.
Hey, can I shake you here? Hey, how's it going? Good. Good to see you. All right, so we're at lift station number 6, and I noticed you're standing in something. What's with all the water?
Well, what we have here today is something that we don't want to happen, and that's when the lift station overflows due to a pump failure or a stoppage. So what we see here is not something you want to encounter on a daily basis or at any time.
Okay. So this is not then water?
No, sir. This is raw sewage we're standing in, and what's coming out of the lift station right now.
All right. So the men and the women and the chews today, we're here with them in spirit right now, I guess you could say.
Yes, sir.
All right, and so this is obviously not supposed to be happening. It's flooding over from the lift station, and what are we going to do about it?
Well, first thing we need to do is assess what we have within the tank by pulling the lid off, see if there's solids on top, or if we can just use the pumper trunk to suck it down and see what we have.
Okay.
So we go ahead and take the lid off and...
Great. All right, let's go. All right, the cover is off. You can take a look at what we're going to be doing today. I'll tell you, you got to love CE. Some of the things they do so that we can enjoy where we are, the accommodations that we have. Notice it's rising up a little bit right now, so I think I'm going to back up a little bit. We'll get the pumps going, and we'll see where we go from there. And there it goes. That's good stuff. Okay. Hey, Sergeant Carter, you want to scoop it up? You didn't hear Sergeant Gale. We're going to skim all of this off the surface. When the truck gets started and the pumps start going, we don't want anything to get caught in the pump, so anything that's solid, any rags or anything like that, we're going to get off the top. All of this stuff later on is going to have to be bagged up. We don't want to leave it here for people walking by. We don't want to leave it here with the smell or anything like that. So we're going to take care of this. It's going to go in these bags, then we're going to be able to pump out the water that's left in here. Now, one of the great parts about being a chaplain is that you don't go anywhere, especially in a deployed area, without a chaplain assistant. They're right there with you. Where we go, they go. What we do, they do. And one of the good parts about that is I've got some extra hand today as I get dirty. Sergeant Carter's going to get dirty too. So you notice we got the gloves on. I've raked it all out. We're ready to go. The water started to go down just a little bit. Sergeant Carter is going to take all of my handiwork, what I've raked up, and she's going to bag it. Please, Sergeant Carter, go ahead. Don't splash them.
Oh, sorry, you guys.
Here, let me help you out. See, I won't ask you to do anything I won't do too. Oh, $3.50 a day per diem right here. These CE guys, they need more than that. Time to get the hoses out. Okay, so now what we're going to do We've had Sergeant Carter engage our PTO, so now we actually have to get it turned on and running. So what we're going to do is
the PTO, that's the pump?
Yeah, our PTO is the pump that runs the actual vacuum on the truck.
Okay.
Okay? So what we're going to do is we're going to pull this handle toward us, and that turns our pump on. Now we have to turn our throttle up, so that way it'll bring our pressure up, so that way we'll have enough pressure to actually be vacuuming this stuff off. As soon as our pressure up here is up to about 250 psi, then we'll have enough pressure we can start vacuuming off the thing.
Great.
Alrighty?
Alright, we've reached 250. It's the pressure that we need to get it going. Once I open this up, we're going to start sucking out all the water that's in there. We'll see what's left, see what else we need to do. Alright, so the water's going down pretty quick. Now we're seeing all these pipes and everything. What are we looking at now?
All we're doing right now is waiting to look at the pump to see if it either is assessing for a stoppage or a failure in the pump.
Okay.
Now we won't know that until we get down to that level, but it's obviously a lot of water, so it's going to take some time.
We went to Burger King. I took off the outside gloves. Now we just got these on, these clean, and we got them a hot apple pie. So by all means, why don't you welcome? Let's see what you got.
That's good, man. Oh, you're going to join me.
Yeah, that's good stuff. Alright, so what we're doing now, the problem's not so much with the pump, that's a trip breaker, that's not a problem, but all these rags and everything that are getting stuck in here, they're trying to take the hose and skim the top of it, get all the solid things out, because the pump has no problem with anything liquid. It's anything solid that's going to get in there. So we're skimming out the top with the hose, clean all of that out, then all the water that comes in and all the liquid can go right through. But once again, for all of you guys and girls, men and women, remember, if you're putting it down the toilet, it's going to come in here, and if it's something that's solid plastic or anything like that, it has a chance of messing up with the pump. Oh,
That's why I said the
that's a casualty of war right here. That's a casualty of war. This is the, I'm going to burn this uniform. Come on in.
Poop on you now.
All right, we're going to hose this up and just skim a little bit off the top. Got it?
Yeah, I guess.
Well, our job's just about done here. They've got the pump, everything's working. They're skimming up off the top. All we're doing is raking this up now. Nothing left to do but the cleanup. All right, so Sergeant Berg, about where we are now, we just loaded a truck. It was full of the wastewater. Where are we now?
This is the waste treatment plant. This is where all the waste will go into the lagoons, where all the solids will settle, and then the microorganisms will actually eat on that waste. And then as it fills up, we'll go to a different lagoon like the empty one here. And there's several of them around here, so we just move from place to place as it goes.
You see what they do, you see it's a dirty job, somebody's got to do it, and the CE Utilities troops are the ones doing it. Make sure if you see one, you say thanks. They do an awful lot of work hard, make our life just a little bit easier, a little bit more convenient while we're here, our living conditions. Make sure when we need to use the bathroom, when we want to take a shower, we're able to do it, the drainage is there. Thanks for all of you for watching, we'll see you next time.
Shake, shake, shake your booty.
How do you feel your day on the job was?
Very good. I'm a little dirty though.
Well, after all, it is a dirty job.